All right, we are live. I am Invisible Man. I am your favorite disembodied voice. Mr. Patch. Well, we gotta get him set up. He's had his morning snack. He's ready for his morning chair. Come here, buddy. Oh, this would be nice.
The right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Sanchez, in his fourth year, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ooh.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Do I have the setting changed or something?
Check swing, and he went. And the count's even at 2-2.
This game is incredibly dependent on
Swing and a ball lifted left field.
latency because the
This one up,
timing
and makes
is
the
so
catch.
important.
And there's one away. Here's the center fielder, Victor Mesa Jr.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
Swing and a miss
No
as he
ball,
was out
1
front.
strike.
And a foul ball. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. This one popped up. Ibanez. That is the inning. Second inning set to go. Now it's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Ryan Weathers will get back to work. A swing
Whoa.
and a miss, and that's strike 1. On the ground to the left, Mayo. In plenty of time
Hustle.
at first, and Gleyber Torres retired. And the batter now, Colt Heath. In there, and it's 0-1. Line drive.
Get down.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. 2 outs. Base is empty. Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Jumps, throws, safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop could even make that play.
So 2 down. Zach McKinstry, the next to hit. He was 2 for 4 in Wednesday's game. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Ball.
And a swing and a miss.
Gonna really need to hang
ball,
in there
two strike.
with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the third out. Bottom of the second. And at the plate for Miami, Jonah Bride. That
Strike
one
one.
finds the zone. Strike one.
Well, we call that
0-2.
keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Hit hard on the ground to the right side. He'll do it himself. One up, one down. Down the third baseman, Kobe Mayo. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Mayo launched a homer in his most
Mayo.
recent game. Late that time, and it's strike two.
No ball. 2 strike.
Foul ball still 0-2. 1 out, bases empty. That one 95 to finish him off.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Going back on this one. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know
No
you're
ball.
making the
1
turn at
strike.
first. Just an excellent swing.
Man on second, 2 down. In the air, right side. Vierling on his way over. He's got it. And that is that. 1 left for Miami. They trail here 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. And it goes just foul. Kicks and deals. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
On the ground to first. Right. Takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And up next for Detroit, Matt Vierling. That one in there across the letters.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Wasn't that good.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Welcome back. Let's check
Need
out what's been happening of
more
late. Really been
dingers.
struggling. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Myers went deep in his most recent game. That's off the inside corner. 2-0. That one fouled off.
Fuck.
It's a little bit high.
Having a really hard time with
And
the
that's ball 3.
latency on my TV. Let's see if we can do anything about that. We want... Let's try a game.
Swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Nick Fortes. And there's a curve through for a strike.
0-1.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And there's the ball.
1-2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 down, nobody on. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be
Yeah, I thought that was out.
One ball. 2 straight.
2 outs. Stays alive. Got him swinging.
Horrible throw.
And 1-2. Back here in Miami, now the left fielder, Riley Green. Weathers back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Green, a former All-Star, 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. That misses. Going to count 1-2.
1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Struck him out. He says,
Guy's
I don't care about
mowing me the fuck
Take
down.
a seat. Here comes Court to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. And that's in for a strike. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4.
Fuck.
3, and that's 2 in a row.
Something's messed up. Like, I usually don't miss that badly.
Right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Myers. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. Back here at Lone Depot Park, bottom of the 4th, and now for the Marlins, Victor Mesa Jr. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
This is fucking messed up. Like, this is
moving under this one.
This is not the right. This is not the right setting.
And there's one away. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. And
That's
that
the ball.
skips in the dirt. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Green snags it for the second out. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jonah Bride. Hard hit left side. Throw on to Torkelson, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Miami down in order. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And that drops in for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
That's in there.
Damn.
2 down.
This guy's like lethal today.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off his shoulder. I mean, you've got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2.
All he's doing is throwing like trash that's fucking in the strike zone.
Anywhere close, and I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
That one way inside.
9 balls.
That one hit to right. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for Detroit, Zach McKinstry.
Damn it.
And a high fly ball out towards right field. Sanchez makes the play, and it's out number 3. Taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season. That one's in there. That's strike 1. And he takes a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagaman. Hard hit, right side. Torres fires over to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Started to go at the 1-2.
Yeah, it didn't look like it went to me.
He won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the... All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now, Jake Rogers. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And that's outside. Right through there for a strike. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Mesa settles under this one. Corrals it. And there's one down. Parker Meadows getting ready to hit. He's grounded out a couple of times. Misses outside. 1-0.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
That's down and in.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Just missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And next up for the Tigers, Matt Vierling. 0 for 2 in this one.
Oh, the timing.
Foul ball. Meadows stands at first.
That was the pitch. That was the pitch.
Belted.
Get out. God, he just does not have power.
Headed for the plate.
He's been good for me this year, though. I just
drives in the run. Nice
can't tell you how much contact I've gotten with that guy that should have gotten out of the yard if he had more power. I'll take a double. I'll take an RBI double.
Full side, headed out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
But I did promise an amazing invisible man hitting dingers today. So I do feel bad about that. And we chased this guy, so that's good.
Comes on now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here.
Oh man, I hope I got the I hope I got the creepy eyes on that. There's a dinger. So at least they recapped the dinger I hit off stream.
Ball 1, no strikes. Miami's bullpen with some action. Declan Cronin up and throwing. Man at second. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
The changeup right there just pulled the string.
God.
Down on strikes. And now 2 gone.
It always looks bad when you go down looking at a fastball.
I've done that. I've gone down looking more today than I have in a lot of games.
Speed and you fall behind into a 2-strike count. You might get into protect mode, and with that, you're probably not ready to pull the trigger on the fastball, and it can surprise you.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Just misses with that one.
1 and 2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And it's 2. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Marlins, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Green makes the catch. and there's one down. And at the plate for Miami, Nick Fortes. That one's in there. 0-1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Slings it across, and that quickly 2 away. And that one is lifted in the air. Bierlin on the move. He's got it. And that will end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Tigers 2 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Declan Cronin.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Torres, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Fought off foul. The 1-2. Good take by Torres.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Colt Heath. And that is out of play. Cronin, in his 3rd season, 27 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Nobody out, runner at first. And now 1-2. To the right side, Pauly. Wide throw, and it gets away. But no one moves up as it's backed up nicely there.
Well, this offense just got a major gift. Probably should have been a double play, but it all starts with a good feed to second. And right there, everything broke down on the throw. We'll see if they can capitalize on this.
So up next, Andy Ibanez, 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike. Ripped on a line. Nabs it. Runner tags at second. The throw in. And he's safe. So it's 1st and 3rd with 1 down.
Good read there at second base to move up to 3rd. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with 1 away.
And now the shortstop, Zach McKinstry. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone.
Right.
Fuck.
Here's 1. Puts the tape
Oh.
up, and it's a double play. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff. Set for the last half of the seventh. And now the center fielder, Victor Mesa Jr. There's a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Next offering upstairs.
Oh, shit.
And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. On the ground to third. Jump throw. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Calls it in, and there's one away. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins, has grounded out a couple of times. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The tying run at the plate. Now fly ball to right center. Bierling sizing this one up, and there's 2 away. And up next for Miami, Cody Mayo. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom of the 7th. Right through there for a strike. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Tigers 2 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Seth Martinez.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track. Well, these Tigers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That one close, rule the ball. And a count 2-1.
Dinger.
That one deep left field, and forget it. A massive home run. His 33rd homer of the year. It's 3-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Meadows up now for the Tigers. And first offering is fouled off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Matt Bierling up now for the Tigers. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Into center. Grabs it on the run. 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Green stands in now and watches strike one. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
All over that one right there. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Spencer Torkelson will hit next. And there's the strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
And the sweeper
inside.
misses for a ball. Just
That's
off the
the ball.
outside edge. And a count 2-1. Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run across, so no advance beyond third as they don't want to test the strong arm in left.
Picks himself up at RBI. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout. So 2 on with 2 away. And the batter now, Colt Heath. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first offering is not close. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Slides, but it gets by him. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off.
Oh!
The run comes in, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Oh, that's weird.
And up next for Detroit, Andy Ibanez. 1 for 3. Gets him to chase after that one.
0-1.
That was really bad.
And a swing and a miss. Action in the pen down there. Anthony Bender, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. First and second, 2 down. Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Fouled off to the right. Now that's smacked to right center. And a base hit coming home. He will score, and it's an RBI single. It's 7-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way.
It's my worst hitter.
I love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. He's already homered in this game. And it's fouled away. On the ground to third. Throw sails over his head at first. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
How many errors have they made in this game? Just 2?
That one really hurts. You're already down in the game, and that error puts you even further behind. Just can't let it compound from here, though. You got to flush it, get ready for the next one, make a play, get back in the dugout.
Well struck.
Get out.
Field. Sanchez going back. Out of here. He hammers one out to right. Home run number 20 on the year, and they boost their lead. It's 11-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
Here comes the skipper out of the... So 2 away with nobody on. Matt Vierling up now for the Tigers. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0. An offensive explosion this inning, and we're in the top of the 8th. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 18th home run of the season, and they add a run. It's 12-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Line drive, fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Pulls in with a double. Third.
Is this how many have I scored with 2 outs? I think I've scored like 8 runs or more with 2 outs.
That time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So man aboard. Now here is Spencer Torkelson. That one ripped.
Gone. Gone, gone, gone.
Off the sculpture, it's a home run. That did some damage. He'll circle the bases, make that 4 homers in the inning, and they add a couple more. 14-0. That one just sounded different.
And my proudest moment yet, man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout. Calvin Fauché into the game.
Coming on to face a righty bat, and they've had quite a bit of success against him this year.
Gleyber Torres up to hit. This to third. Fires over to first. And that is that, but not before 12 men cross.
No, I've gotten more points in an inning than that before, but that's pretty high.
Last half of the 8th coming up. Tigers. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Tyler Holton.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
No ball. 1 strike.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
Cut on and missed, struck him out. 1 away. Here's the second baseman, Graham Pauley. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Holton, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches. Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you pretty much forget about it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, you know, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
2 down, base is empty. And now for the Marlins, Dane Myers. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Next pitch is downstairs. Movement in the bullpen.
Jason Junk.
Beozo getting ready to go. Junk getting loose as well. Off the mark there.
That's a ball.
And that's ball 2. And that's outside.
1 strike.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Sanchez going back on it, and it's out of here into the home bullpen for a homer. He made him pay for that one. It's 15-0.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though.
Did he think he was going to clear that wall?
And now, Andy Ibanez. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up. Right. Puts it away for the out. Zach McKinstry digs in now. There's a swing and a drive. Back
Get
there.
fucking out.
And that one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double. One out, runner at second. Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. He's already homered here in this one. Out front with the swing, and that is strike one.
1 strike.
One out, and a runner at second here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a pop-up. Foul and a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. That one the other way. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Holton back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Holton, he's one of those guys who uses the cut fastball as his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. And there's a foul ball.
And the late movement on the cutter is really what makes it so effective, because as a hitter, you make a decision whether you're going to swing or take a pitch before it actually gets into the zone. So that late movement causes it to miss the barrel of the bat, sometimes miss the bat entirely.
He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Yeah, they talk about cutters as being lane changers because it's more of that side-to-side movement and very little of the downward tilt. Mesa in the box now. No balls and a strike. He swings and fouls one off. 1 strike away. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Got him, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to
Eat 'em up, Tigers. Eat 'em up.
Sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
This one ends 15-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John.
I didn't think I was going to deliver on my promise of dingers in my stream title here, but I'm glad I did. Always fun to hit dingers. I hate that they harass you about all of that. Like, hey, this guy that you're never gonna play hasn't played in a while. Maybe get him in. I'm not gonna play him. I need to like cut him or.
All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has
figure out how to release him
lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this.
It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Miami Marlins. All right, we'll be back to get this one just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Max Meyer.
All right. 5 to 10 minute break, and I will be back to start this game.
What's the word on him?
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in
Damn
terms
it.
of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes
Don't
of
swing.
greatness, if you will. We'll see today.
Don't
if
swing
he's
at
able to
sketchy
get ahead
first
of hitters
pitches
and
is a
perhaps
good
get
rule
some
for
swings
me.
and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the...
That
Oh,
was
now this one
kind of
is
similar
blasted to right.
of a sketchy
Forget it.
pitch, but
Way
that
back
one worked
there
out.
and gone. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
I really want this jersey. I found a replica that I don't think the original had the, they only wore this for 1 year. There's like 2 different versions of it that they wore that year with different
Gleyber
crazy
Torres
Tiger
up to the
logos.
plate. Left field. Berry drops steps, heads back on it. Brings it in. And there are 2 down.
They're very hard to
Good
find.
recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Riley Green
No, that missed.
stands
That's a
in with
ball.
2 away as he takes a ball. On the ground right side. And that one finds its way through. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Spencer Torkelson now at the plate. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's bad.
Damn it.
Pulls it in on the warning track. Solo shot
I'm gonna hit
for
more
Detroit
dingers in this
inning.
game.
It's
I
an
feel it.
early 1-0 lead. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound in this one, Jackson Jobe. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent
0-1.
strikeout to walk ratio on the season, and when you consider the amount of swings and
Nope,
misses
ball.
that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move
2-1.
into the middle and deeper part of ball.
Noticing,
So we'll see
look
if
at how
that
many Ugg boots are
makes
in
true
the
in this
crowd
one.
right now. Like everybody but one person, I think, is wearing Ugg boots.
Next pitch
No,
is
that's out.
outside.
And it's the summertime.
That one misses.
Take your baseball,
so a
Fuller.
leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Liam Hicks stands in now and watches strike one. And a foul ball. Sanchez on at first. Nobody out. Just
That's a
misses
ball.
the mark outside the zone.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Now at the plate, Xavier Edwards.
Wood.
Right through there for a strike. Just missed.
Ball. 1-1.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jonah Bride. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in
That's a
homers.
ball.
We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And that's the inning. Marlins. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Colt Keith. Hit in the air right field. And that one way back there. And that is way gone. He circles the bases. His second homer this series. And they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Swing and a miss.
No
and
balls,
it's 0-2.
2 strikes.
Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch
1 ball,
down
2 strikes.
just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
Matt Vierling, batting with 1 down, takes the strike. Can't glove it cleanly. Still fires to first. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now it's going to be Andy Ibanez. And that one hammered way back there. That one is gone. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything.
Such a good sound.
Took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Ranging back. Reaches for it, but it's foul. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Mesa makes the play, and there's 2 down. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder Parker Meadows. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
0-1.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
The next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now back, second base, Gleyber Torres.
Here's Gleyber Torres. He's 0 for 1. Outside. And that is ball 1. Meadows, the runner at first with 2 gone. Inside. Ball 2.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Here's a 2-0. Hit on the ground to short. Edwards tosses across to first, and Gleyber Torres retired. That's out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball. We head to the bottom of the second, and here is Eric Wagaman. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Hey, whatever works. works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Runner at first with no outs here. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And they'll do it again. Nobody out. Runner at first. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to...
Perez.
Oh my God! I didn't realize there was a double play. Fuck.
So 2 down now, and here is Victor Mesa Jr. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third. No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. Right through there for a strike.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Headed down the line. And a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 left. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start. Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track, maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
And now here is Spencer Torkelson. And there's a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
That one missed. Green gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good.
Oh, that could have been a dinger.
Swing over the top.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 6-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it.
Base is empty, 1 away.
I'm gonna miss that guy.
Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And next to hit for Detroit, Matt Vierling. Reached on an infield single his first time. Fastball for a strike. On the ground, could be 2. Right. Over to second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Andy Ibanez getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game. Out to center. Mesa pulls it in on the run. Detroit adds 2 on this homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. And we're back. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jacob Berry. Down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Check swing. Went around. And that's strike 2.
No
Clearly
balls,
down
2
in this
strikes.
ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
So the batting order turns over. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Outside with a breaking ball. Out towards right center field. Vierland makes the catch. Out number 2.
The first baseman, number 34.
And now the first baseman, Liam Hicks. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is foul. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Line drive, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything. Really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow right field, and makes the grab. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter will be the shortstop, Wenzel Perez. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
0 balls, 1
Beozo,
strike.
25 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Mesa hauls it in, and there's 1 away. And next up for the Tigers, Parker Meadows. This one in the air. Myers hauls it in for the out. 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Here is Gleyber Torres.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And the count is 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Joe back to work. And there's the strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
0-2.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. So now the DH spot, Eric Wagaman. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. The 0-2. And that one popped in the air, left field. Meadows. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down. Agustin Ramirez, the next to hit. Swing and a ball popped up. Torkelson under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. Now, Riley Green.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Man at first, and here's the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Mesa sizes this one up. One away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So man aboard, and now the DH, Colt Keith. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
In the air, left field. Berry makes the grab, and there's two gone. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Jake Rogers, 1 for 2. That one
Ball.
misses, and that's ball one.
1 ball, no strikes.
Rip towards third. Throws across
Got
the
it.
diamond, and that'll do it. First pitch,
Ball.
and he just misses.
1-0.
And another
Ball,
ball.
that's up.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
He caught it behind his back. It's there, and that's a great play. Victor Mesa Jr., the next up for the Marlins. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Popped up left side. Perez sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And at the plate for Miami, Jacob Berry. Ripped, but it curls foul. And that one fouled off.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the right fielder, Matt Vierling. Foul ball. Liner, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Stepping in, Andy Ibanez. Hit in the air, center field. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Up next for the
Back
Tigers,
to the top of the lineup, digging in, Wenzel Perez. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Vierling, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That misses the zone, and the count 1-2. Hit on the ground to the right side.
And she
The
called
second
it.
one. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors.
Random
Back
fan
here at the
called it.
ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Fastball for a strike. Now 1 out to right. And it's caught for the out. Now the number 2 hitter, Liam Hicks.
I forgot Miami has a
That's
classic
a strike.
stadium option on this game. I would have picked that instead of this stadium.
That's in
One
the
ball,
dirt.
one strike.
I think I have one game left in my series with Miami. I don't know if I'll stream it right after this, but
Bases
definitely
are
going to play it
away
at
here in
that
the bottom
classic
of the
Miami
sixth.
Stadium because we played the current Miami Stadium in the first game. I like to mix it up.
Base hit right center field. One down. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Xavier Edwards. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Ball one
Nope,
there.
ball.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this
Ball
situation,
high.
you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Good job to fight that one off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So another good inning. Back here. In a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Did you collect baseball cards?
missed.
You know,
That's a
when I was a
ball.
kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retired.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
Up next for the Tigers.
Here's Gleyber Torres. 0 for 3 in this one. Fastball
Yeehaw.
for a strike. Inside,
That's a
just
ball.
missed. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in the top half of inning number 7. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And there's a ball.
2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Pulled the string on the changeup.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Sanchez makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's up to 3rd safely with 2 gone. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. That one
Hey-ya.
clips the outside corner. It's 0-1.
0-1.
And ball 1. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. He flexes his
Dinger,
power
dinger,
with that
dinger,
swing,
dinger.
and they
Ding,
boost
ding,
their
ding, ding,
lead.
ding.
It's 8-0.
That's better.
That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting. Getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
So 2 down. Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Colt Keith. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this.
That's the ball.
But yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
This test siren is going off. It goes off like, I think every
This
couple
one
weeks
popped
on
up.
Saturdays,
Very
1
towards the
p.m.
line.
or once a month. I don't
And
know.
that is
It's
that.
creepy.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summer.
The designated hitter.
The only problem is if an actual emergency happens at that exact time,
That's in
and
there.
people are just like,
That's
oh, it's
strike one.
fine.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's
Guess the
real
chances
tough
of that
for
are
hitters to square
probably
that up.
fairly
That's what you'd
low.
love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. And up next for Miami, Agustin Ramirez. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Chafin,
0-1.
in his 11th season, he features a slider,
Outside,
a sinker,
ball.
and he works in a 4-seamer. Check swing, called strike. The Fish with a lot of ground to make up. Here at the bottom of the 7th. On the
Oh,
ground, right
shit.
side. And it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and that's a 2-bagger.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Myers in the box again.
That's inside,
Takes the
ball.
strike. Ramirez, the runner at second with 1 away. Now this is in the air down the line. Vierling coming on. He's got it. There's 2 away. And now for the Marlins, Victor Mesa Jr. Lifted in the air, right center field. And he makes the catch. And the inning is over. This one. Beozo back to work. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
0-1.
This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. He sends it out of here. His 34th of the season. It's 9-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Manager out of the dugout.
Pitching for the
Matt
Marlins,
Vierling will hit next.
number 32, Ronnie.
First pitch
That's the ball.
misses. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering
2-0.
way off the plate.
5,000. Small joint.
This one in the air, right field, Sanchez. And there's one down. And up next for Detroit, Andy Ibanez. He's already homered here in this one. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Sanchez makes the catch, and there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Now here is Wenzel Perez. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
He had a pretty ugly offer going into this game up until that at bat, so a little sigh of relief there. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence. And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
It's 0-1.
Towards first, right, and it gets by him. But goes to second with it, and they get the out. Stay with the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Jacob Berry. And that one
No,
upstairs.
that's up. Nope. Ball.
Swings through that one.
As a hitter, you got to
2-1.
learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do
2-2.
damage.
And that one
That's the ball.
missing inside a sharp slider.
Count is full.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
He goes down looking. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Swing
Yeah.
and a miss, strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
In the air to left down the line. And that's a foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
3.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That pitch gets the inside corner. 2-2. Slider
Full
misses
count.
outside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And the Marlins. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. To third, Myers. Sends it across to first. And Gleyber Torres retired. Here's Riley Green. On a line out towards center. Mesa flashes the leather on the running catch. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Offense. And welcome back to the ballpark.
Now pitching for Detroit,
And that's
Yeah.
in for a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him
0-1.
on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
He's out.
And he takes it himself for the out. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. First
No,
pitch
that's in.
doesn't find the zone. The Tigers up big in this one here in the last half
No,
of
that missed.
inning
That's a
number
ball.
9. Strike
Good.
one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
2-1's the count.
Struck him out swinging. And the Marlins with just one out left. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Wagaman in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And that'll do it. The Tigers take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Don't they have an orange one? Yeah. But no, we are the orange team. You don't get to be orange.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Detroit Tigers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. And stepping in is the speedy Parker Meadows. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
0-1's the count.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And the 0-2. And that
Ball, that's
just
out.
misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That
Ball
one
2.
misses. 2-2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Next pitch is outside. That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance.
I kind of wish I had given them the orange jerseys now because this stadium is so orange.
Walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Next to hit, Matt Vierling. And that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Riley Green in the box now as he leaves that one up high. First and second, no outs. Here in the third and final game of the series. In the air out towards right center. Hill sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Gleyber Torres.
And you got to like this matchup for him as a guy who hits left-handed pitchers as well as anyone, it seems. I mean, he's hitting over 300 against southpaws this season. He's got a good shot to make a big impact against the left-hander on the hill today.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. He'll score on the sac fly. On the board first, it's 1-0.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. That one is upstairs. Torres, multi-time All-Star, hitting fifth in today's lineup. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. He makes the grab, and that's the third out. Bottom of the first. And now Jesus Sanchez. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Wow. 2.6 feet.
Ripped to short. Zips it across. And a quick out number one.
Rip and zip.
And at the plate for Miami, Dane Myers. And that skips into dirt.
It's no surprise they call this batter a day player. He statistically performs better in these games, and he's hoping for a big performance in this one.
And that one pulled foul. One out, base is empty. Swings through that one for strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. And a pitch. Struck him out looking. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. And a strike in there. 2 outs, base is empty. And it's 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Liner, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Kobe Mayo, the next up for the Marlins. And that's in there for strike one. Mayo turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. Not close with that one. And the count even 1-1.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. New inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Colt Heath. White back to work. And
That's a ball.
downstairs. Heath with a couple of homers in his last game. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Whips it across and quickly one away in the second. Andy Ibanez digs in now. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs. Now a screamer into the outfield. Sanchez makes the grab, 2 down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Popped up. Ramirez. He's there. He's got it. And that is. And we're back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagable. There's a strike. And misses
That's
inside.
inside.
That
No,
one drifts
inside.
inside. On the ground right side. Torres over to first. That's one out the bottom of the second. And up next for Miami, Graham Pauley. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So digging in, Davison De Los Santos. Right through there for a strike. And that's
Ball
way
that
high.
high.
And 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next
That's a
pitch
ball.
misses, and it's 2-2. Just
3 and
off the
2.
outside part of the plate. Now he breaks his bat. Torkelson makes the catch, inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
0-1.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Paul Bunyan.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Ball
1 ball,
there.
2 strikes.
Got it. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with, but they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there, and really they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles, but you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
Fly ball to right. Pauley sizing this one up, squeezes it, and that is that. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
0-1's the count.
Up and
Ball
in.
1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey!
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat. After being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Next pitch misses inside, and the count is 1-1. That
That's
one
ball
missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. It falls in, and that's a hit. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And that's off the outside edge. Ball 1.
After the loss yesterday afternoon where they really didn't ever get things going on offense, I think this is an important opportunity right here to pick up an early run.
Hit on the ground might be 2. There's 1. Out. And a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
And that one handled. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 run. And that drops in for a strike. Green, in his 4th year, 24 years old, and he's been wearing out home plate lately. He's scored 10 times in the last 10 games.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Torkelson at the plate now. That's ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. Gets the outside corner with that one. In the air, center field. Hill gets under it. He's got it. 2 down. Here comes Gleyber Torres. He's 0 for 1. And that one clips the corner.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And that's in there at the knees.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
The other way, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
And here is Colt Keith.
Nope.
That's outside. Ball 1. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Pitch misses there. 2-1. Torres stands at second with 2 gone. In the air, right field. Sanchez gets under it and makes the grab. And that is that. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. And that's fouled off. Liner caught it second.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Mayo in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it.
So many times a sinker inside is a
manager out of the dugout now, and
Now pitching for the Tigers.
and now Eric Wagaman
That's
right through there for a strike.
0-1.
One out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Up the middle. And
Oh
don't
my
know
God,
what's
I could've
going on
gotten him.
there, but he's safe at first. And now, Graham Pauley. First
Oh, that's
pitch
up
just
there.
misses. There's a strike. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at
0-1's
the
the
end,
count.
which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. One for the Marlins on the solo shot. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. White back to work. That pitch clips the outside corner. 0-1.
Well, these Tigers just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And that is downstairs. Now 1-2. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. That K is his third of the game.
Way out front of that inside pitch there. Just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Misses
plate, ball
outside, and that's ball 1.
Oh,
Cut on and lifted in the air.
any other hitter.
Falls in, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And the batter now, Jake Rogers. And that one fouled off. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And next to hit for Detroit, Parker Meadows. That's too low. And that is ball 1.
Miami.
Missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Get out.
Towards right center. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Across is the runner from first. It's 2-2.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now the right fielder, Matt Vierling. Fastball for a strike at 95.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Meadows at second with 2 down.
1 ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. And an excellent job keeping it right there. 2 outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Out to short. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Tigers grab 1 on this RBI double. And we're deadlocked now. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest
Hey, buddy.
news from around the league. Fastball for a strike.
You know, these Marlins, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success, but at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Hill takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1 and 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's down and away.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. And sure, it looked like a fastball all the way
1-0
until it wasn't.
Sanchez in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. That's through there for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Anthony Bender preparing to come on if needed. Fauché getting cranked up as well. And that's downstairs. And the count is 1 and 2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Oh,
He picks up his
froze.
strikeout on the hill.
Well, that's not the best.
Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Torkelson, one of the elite home run hitters in the league this year. New pitcher on here, Declan Cronin. Oh, gets dirty over to first. Nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
In the air, right side.
Damn.
Sanchez ranging after it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. In the air, left side. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Foul ball there. That one the other way. They got it for out number 2. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Kobe Mayo. Fastball for a strike.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
And he swings over the top
0-2
there.
is the count.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's
That's a ball.
downstairs and outside.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And one.
Pitching for the Marlins.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Anthony Bender. He last pitched 2 days ago. Key,
That's a ball.
the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And there's the strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
This one chopped to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Andy Ibanez getting ready to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Laced into left. That's a base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Go ahead run on base. Now it's the shortstop, Zach McKinstry. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
One away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. On the ground,
Damn.
right side, 4, 6, out, 3.
No! Challenge it.
And that'll do it for the end. And we're back, bottom of the 7th, and now the DH, Eric Wagaman. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. That one gets down for a hit. The leadoff single and the go-ahead run is aboard.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team.
Fly ball down the line. Dearling sizes this one up. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football. In the infield at the corners, don't be
Too high.
surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Got him swinging.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
That's out.
Outside. With the go-ahead run at third, here at the bottom of the 7th. The 1-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, this guy.
Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. Bender back to work. Check
Ball
swing.
one.
He held up. And it's
Ball
1-0.
one, no strike.
Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Andrew Nardi, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Faucher. Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there. On its
Whoa,
way,
upper deck.
gone. And that's how they take the lead. It's 3-2. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
I turned the music off, so you just get awkward silence.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Who got it?
Back to the top of the order now. And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Parker Meadows. That one catches the zone. Strike one. Next offering is fouled back.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
To the right side. Steps on first for the out. Down the number 2 hitter, Matt Vierling. 1 for 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th.
The fan total tracks for Miami, I think.
In the air, foul off first. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Hey, pal.
2 down, base is empty. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. That's down and in.
Counts 1-0.
Started after it. Appeal to third. No swing. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Take your
That's
base, ball
ball
4.
4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find a zone. 2 outs, runner at first. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Here's Gleyber Torres. Fouled off. He was late. Green, the lead runner at second. Torkelson at first. 2 out of the inning. Tap foul at the plate. And that's
1
in the
ball,
dirt.
2 strikes.
To the right side, De Los Santos. He takes it on his own. They limit the damage here. Shot for Detroit. This inning. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. This one lifted in the air, left field. 1 up, 1 down. Now the left fielder, Dane Myers. Swing and a foul out of play. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some.
Goes down looking. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. Base knock right field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately.
Runner on the go. Pitch
Inside
misses. Drops it at second, and everybody's safe. Wow.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight 1-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
One ball.
Good late
Two
sink
strikes.
on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Makes the grab, and that is the inning. So we're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Calvin Fauché.
His first test will be from the left side.
Oh, now this is blasted.
Insurance
Way
stinger.
on its way. Gone. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they add a run. It's 4-2.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Here's the third baseman, Andy Ibanez. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. You're at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
No ball, 2
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jesus Tinoco up and loosening in the pen. Ouch, that one
That ball
got
hit
him.
him.
He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So a man at first. Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers. Right side. Sneaks through, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Probably should have been a double play.
Here's the catcher to hit, Jake Rogers. He's coming off a big swing of the bat in the 8th inning, Chris.
Yeah, he may still be riding a little high, and for him, hopefully the confidence is still there. It was a solo shot and a very important run in this game.
And that
Whoa,
one
that's down.
cutting but missing down low. Now a pop-up on the infield. Ramirez makes the grab. And there's one away. Now here is Parker Meadows.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
Base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark and he scores. It's 5-2.
Waste no time there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout. Matt Vierling, the next to hit.
Be cool if they had like legacy teams,
That one out.
managers.
And that's ball 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Nope, that's
Just
off the plate.
missed.
Ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute, finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Next offering is in for a strike. McKinstry at second. Meadows at first. One gone. Way out front for strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
To third might be 2. 1 at second. Out. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 out. So bottom of
Man, their hitters are not good.
Now pitching for the Twins. Number 48,
right through there for a strike.
Burger.
Next offering is fouled back. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And they'll do it again.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Green going after it. But it's the center fielder who gets there. One down. He's 2 outs away. Graham Pauley now at the plate. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Herder is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2-0.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
And there's the automatic. He's so consistent that the manager basically can look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. On the ground, right side. Torres handles. And they're down to their last out.
When he takes
I think I was getting too cute with that guy because he's just not
or this ball game is over. He's just
very good. So
probably
probably not getting out of the yard. Just throw
In
strikes.
the box now. No balls in a strike. High fly.
I mean, that was
the left field line. Green reaching back towards the wall. And
interesting test to that
the
theory.
Tigers come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
Nice.
Well, this is the perfect way to finish up a road trip, a sweep in this series before heading back home. This is a team that's got things rolling, and when you get it rolling on the road, you want to make sure when you go back home, you keep it rolling.
And your final score, 5-2. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton.